ona soya so o nwere nsọ challenge bụ na ịchọrọ inwe ego ị na-abịa ekpekpele bụ ị connect spiritual dimension of money mana inwe nsọ enwe ihe na-asọ asịrị gafee ekwọ. No, I'm telling you the truth. Learn it. In ata mgbe aka ị afụ how stubborn your flesh is. Akwa mgbe ị achị inwe nsọ efu na flesh ga dị too stubborn. You see today mmadụ mekwuzi ife ma amahọ fe mmadụ na-eme ikwuchapụ na ya mana class 1 ka ị nọ ikwuchapụ ya ịdị na discourage bidozie train ghalịba onwe gị na ya atụ isi ọnụ n'ife ma if you tell me men of God can't discuss the pastor do here okay sorry question me on a discussion you walk away. Start training yourself. Start training yourself. You can't be spiritual. We will so. Opportunity on the dark side of spiritual realm. How will you so? Okay, Dibia. Ezigbo Dibia dey di na nwunye mmadụ. You nwere idea? Ezigbo Dibia. Even how with that nsọ. So, if you lose a pastor, a child of God, a minister, how much more you? How much more you? So, if what that, he check the Bible for he was a lesson. I have been in so. Or say, Nyaboni is spiritual. You cannot say you are a spiritual man, man. If you are so. E will look at Dibia ya for nso ya bụ na mmile mbu ya ezo ya maya so mmile mbu ahụ bido ha na ibie na agbakpu n'ụlọ nyanwa na agbaba n'ọfịa koje nọ n'ebe a oyi nya enweghị spiritual man aha asọ ife nke gị bụ na onwe ihe na-asọ n'ụwa efu nwaanyị idina efu nwoke idina efu asị esia ifu ego izulu ifu wayo ime onwe ihe na-asọ nothing. How can you call yourself a spiritual person? How can you be a spiritual? And then we level ya banata until it is spiritual. No, will access until it is spiritual. It will access only spiritual people now access ya. It will level. Mgbe nọ se mmatu ọrụ ifite enwere ụkọchukwu nwụrụ Louis Ejiofọ ọ chọọchị anyị kwara mgbe mụnwa bụ vika na St. Matthews. Louis Ejiofọ bụ nwanne barista Ifeanyi Ejiofọ. Barista Ifeanyi Ejiofọ bụ lọya ndị IPOB. So ụbọchị ahụ akwali ya IPOB kpakọrọ ebe niile maka na lawyer fa na akwa nwanne so ha ncha jụrụ ebe a ụbọchị a ka m fụrụ nsọ a na-ekwu ndị ndị a ekwu ndị a IPOB asị mba na ha na-esili onwe fa nri. Ana m ajụka ajụ njụọ why asị m na fada eli nri nwaanyị siri kai nsọ na fada elini nwanyi siri no nyabo consecration ebe powerful hinge you might have a miss mother elini nwanyi siri ma ihe ọ na miss anas na nwoke a na-esika nwoke a na-esika ọ kwata na extent ihe aja sị na nwoke a na-esika bụ nwoke ahụ esikali ni so ozie ya ọtọlọtọ for the sake na nwoke ọ na-esika etu anọ kịta isicha ofe onugbu ibi ọ bụrụ musilie mbupụta ya iri ha anya obele nnu ya atọ gị n'ọnụ isi na achịrịkị na ihe makwa esi nri o mana nke bezokwu na ọ bụ nwaanyị siri nri ahụ ya valụ ya etu a mana nsọ ahụ bụ ebe fahinjilie ifilife ha na-asọ just to maintain spirituality. Nke mo as a child of God, Bible is the set of things he may avoid. Avoid. No wonder you cannot get the spiritual dimension of money because you are not spiritual. Madu big afia ile because you are a spiritual man. As a spiritual man, you have your why build spirituality? Can I command the spiritual dimension? Now, spirituality now draw money. I'm telling you, spirituality draws money. Money is highly spiritual. It should be a source of effort again. Before you lose 45, 50 years, a spiritual man named Wenson. Bidon no toto aswaba ife. Bidon no toto asome so alo. Iyo abuna ye meloge soya nso. Israel Israel kan di Moab choli nu saga we o Balaam lo 7 altars nkembo. Buafon walk on one cave, Buafon walk another 7 altars. I said, go no make it no walk up Balak. Said, we hear Memunda. I said, what do you mean? I told you I will pay you handsomely. Just Bolon John come or say, no way high Memufa. Come on, and maybe Gaspo. Obone choli defeat if I can hear Gaspo if he hear me. Or say, my here, Mosiamba, or say, Jane and Moab. Select ya pino mas. Select umwanye malama. Ndane yi show breast. Ndane yi mini skate. O yi skate. Ishe no yi pant. Efu hani ya mano onye Moab. Wanda ya how you top. Ife ya dini ma dini lo. Efu hani ya malo no nwanye gini. Nwanye Moab. Etu akesi select ya fa. Bobo afa na the camp of Israel. Wow. Israel chef won't suffer. Israel Moab. Hey, what 7 altars could not do? Israel died 22,000 men died one day. Now Israel 24,000 men died one day. Now Israel. What 7 altars could not do? To take away their spirituality. Last year, altar nina invoke we penetrate because her melona unsobu their spirituality. In that state, Israel no eba akwa. Ebe ha no eba akwa. Ofu nwoke kwa. Kpọlụkwa nwaanyị Moab gafee n'ihu ndị okenye ebe a nọ na-ebe akwa na-ayọ Chineke melufe ebele. Kpọlụ nwaanyị Moab na kpuru ha na-akwa iko iwe wee onye a na-akpọ Finihas wee mele spare ya bakwuru fa n'ime ụlọ ebe ahụ. Ịmara mgbe ahụ enwebe ayọ ndọ bakwuru fa n'ime ụlọ ebe ahụ. Ebe ahụ nke nwoke ahụ nọ n'elu nke nwaanyị o wee javelin ya ihe amazi force o ji wee sụ ya o penetrate nke nwoke penetrate nke nwaanyị sudo ha na abonana. They died. He was like, oh, if I don't so I can melon Israel now, say, oh no, can I melon so? Pia, pin do fana banana. You watching it was lifted, or some Finihas, equalony, equal. You will live too. Unso melon. Okay, malo, why your business is just kaka? Unso. Njọ kọtụnụ na nkwọ nọ na-achụ aja n'isi gị bịa chekpele otu ebe a ibulu covering na ijekwazie ije melụọ nsọ gị dibịa ahụ ị na-eje ị na-emelụ nsọ gị ọkwa dibịa ị na-eje ị na-emelụ nsọ gị igbo anyị na-aṅụ ị na-emelụ nsọ gị. You need to be spiritual. You na-emelụ your spirituality. The truth is, check every man the extremely wealthy or the connected spirituality, either with God or with Satan. An average man has spiritual connection whenever he gets. Problem if you don't get connected na God's spirituality or hancho onye ogwu ego. No, ekwensu aka ha Chineke nwe ego. A spiritual man na-enwe nsọ. Number 2, a spiritual man na-enwe a high priest. A spiritual man na-enwe a priest. All Christians trivialize life. All Christians na akpali pastor. Iyafu ka na occultic man be na Facebook na akpali priest here. Because every occultic man nwere altar, and onye ọbụla nwere altar nwere priest. Maka enwe ihe mel altar. Two things na altar oji at this strong. One will be the priest at the altar and the sacrifice at the altar. Every occultic man if you nwere a priest, how many of them na be na social media akpali their priests? Only Christians. That is why your priest is Elenisigi or your work. Because what you don't honor, you don't attract. You cannot connect to what any man carries if you have not honored that man. Why I'm teaching you these things, what is necessary for you. Learn to honor your priest. He has a role to play in your wealth. Akwai gonke hana mbosia. Upon Nahana Batana church, priest here lash. Hannah was still humble enough to respond to the priest. The same priest lash stamp wali belly. May the God of Israel grant what you have requested. Case of years close, no meeting one priest. Every spiritual man named a priest. We are not teaching you to depend on men of God for prayers. You must be a praying person yourself. You will need a higher anointing to support you. A higher anointing. This is what I've done. He will now speak over you from this office. Settle on that case. What happened when you don't honor that priest? That will do it. Every spiritual man will a priest. Every spiritual man will a priest over him. Jesus, our high priest. Again, every spiritual man will altar. A spiritual man will altar. Praying altar. That altar can be your bedroom. That altar can be your parlor. Why no school? One brother, on your knife face. Brother Nom on a bed, and on a dinner calling a bed, you might go bed, he prays hours. So, a mecha, a my fire chopper. Oh, I hold your bag. You and keep brother Nom. I think he's doing on a bed. Bed down on a bed. He didn't ever have he told a sickness and vanish. What big the gate that Lord a healing dimension. Every day, was there not 3 times a week or 4 times a week? He have no more than a baby, brother Nob. My coach, the Hannah, I think it's Jen and cannot book a man on here. I said, Brother Nob, I'm sick. I say, go and lie on my bed. You know, it didn't ever, you know, the total sickness disappears. The guy had one out in the room. Oh, look out. Now that room. And where a spiritual man and we altar. He is altar of prayer. He is public altar, general altar. He is your own personal altar. You must learn to spend time. ime here a had spiritual, because that is where we draw strength. That is where we are built up. That is where eba kaina charge you like a battery. And then money here didn't be abuna eh. Ine bele na banki bele, ine bele na banki bele, ine bele na banki bele. Ki na banki ki na use ye. Ono ka fuel moto gi, eh? E gbajuo tank moto gi. Je nugu nata. Eh? Fuel aha ya agwu. Mana tank aha eju ozo eju. Enwe ike ijekwa enugwu ọzọ natakwa. Fuel aha agwube. Mana tank ahụ ina ya na mita ya, if not was almost empty. Iti kwisi ka ije enugwu ọzọ enwe ike ọ ya eluzie enugwu. Mana ọ bụrụ na ọ na-abịa ije enugwu nataba ebe ịkwa filling station fill no tank. Ije enugwu nataba. Some of us were ekpelu last 2 months ka anyị na-anyagharị. Ekpele na-agbada na-agbada. Ịma be ni eje fill kwa tank ekpele gị. Ọkwanya ka iji morning prayer eh I feel way ipo use way ụtụtụ ishigatakwa feel kwa tank ihe dị na-abụ ka addition na feel tank constantly ka fuel gala egwu na gị n'ụzọ. Mgbe anyị nọ DCC ka daddy awuzie gwala anyị na-ekpere bụ fuel ndị mmụọ ozi ji alụ ọrụ. Ibido ekpere etu a angels aba n'ọlụ enwe ka ọ bụrụ ọlụ ya ewefa 2 years before the manifestation. The more you are praying, the more the angels are working. The more you are praying, the more the angels are working. Ikusi ekpele angel na check ye mita ya funa fuel follow nke ya ebuchiga ya oto no galogi na. But if you continue praying, the angel will continue working until they for the manifestation. Because some of us need to no, some demons are to be confronted. Some things men are need to be positioned. And when there so many things can just happen in the spirit realm, but it takes you to keep praying. Or you can succeed here because why angels were confronting Prince of Persia? Daniel stayed for 21 days. Now barely halfway. Until after 21 days, the victory now manifested. Daniel was na the 7th day, one on the 14th day. And we can do 18th day angel and then if you don't have tank and now you bunaya or turn on. Even if the prince of Persia, now the government of Babylon, you might have your Daniel. Daniel, can you close your mouth for 30 days? Can you make me fight your email? Just says nobody should pray, nobody should ask any God anything for 30 days. If you have actually a family, attack your family. Man, your prayer need disturb ya. For 1 month. Can we penetrate more family? Daniel, can you stop praying just for 30 days? Daniel, keep quiet for 30 days. Because as long as you did not keep quiet, we fight him in Babylon. Or they call Aga through the government enact as a law. No, you God for 30 days. Atuya no. When the blue letter put Daniel. If is assigned one year, president assigned 1 year. Close your mouth for 30 days. Make sure you don't pray for 30 days. Bible says no 3 times a day, as Daniel used to do. Obo hakofu we be there. On a mebu. Ose look and face what the wall of Jerusalem. Matakatayash vetede. Alacha poso. Ni ya ibru na Daniel ahemia. This man refused to close his mouth. Refused to close your mouth even for 1 week. 2 days they were too much. 1 day the too much. Don't close your mouth. So a spiritual man named Walter. A spiritual man named Walter. Go and build an altar. The real business does not take place in Nkwo. The real business takes place at the altar. The real business. About Nkwo can make the real business. Oh ya pata no no nacha Nkwo. Ndi na eje atu aja na Nkwo. Eje tu aja. Long ago na Nkwo ime afia ama mome na psychopath ngombo abia afọ ọbala n'ihu shop onye ọbụla. Kende no n'ime afia mgba Nkwo ime afia. Ana m ascension mgba. Onye akpọpụ m na phone. Daddy gbalo bịa ba Nkwo. Daddy gbalo bịa ọ gịnị ọbala n'ihu shop. Pastor so na Nkwo mbosa aka nkụ. Onye luo na akpọ pastor ya. Because na ndị mmadụ na la afia. Ndị mma na the real business bụ na altar ka ọ na-take place. Bịa n'ime afia. Bịa raise the altar. The real business adịghị na shop gị. Ọ dị na altar. Ọ ya ka njikwa gị before ị gaba na shop gị mee business na altar. Command customers. Command sales. Rebuke failure. Rebuke bad decision. Bad business decision. Rebuke command wisdom, business wisdom to come. He command the child. I'm going to spend the 1 hour or 2 hours early in the morning. He be hello to it. No under corporate oil to a mega anoint. He move a batan quo. He may have 6 months if he had the business in it. The real business of an altar can because all the spirit reign now control the physical reign. A spiritual man named what? How many things can we go about a spiritual man? How many things? Number 1, a spiritual man, you are daily holy. And that one you put holy. Solo e kwaiko, solo e kwago, solo ikutomado, solo imekamado da. All those things na melomado bata. If we na gani you, a somebody in a babo ki cock and the mud hate ye. Ki na colock and the mud hate ye. It one maketa, somebody in a one church I be here, I want mad call I like him. Can achieve? Call like Kelemu, call like him, Keletos Basaloge. Imane when we have all of her. Ofunya, Nayanonia de Nama, you are not copy, you are Wachonia, God damn play the other person. So only on a melon man. If we are not family, I go na Gubuchine goes you from Mafa, and not by the colonial of the Noya who on him. Indeed, the Nukiabo Maya, who sing you fear Maho. Ye may we factor. Near if you Maho, if you are short, can you stop saying it? Can you stop saying it? Nde mama, I da call my coffee. If you call and says, hey, Emakanonia and Ashwan, my yes in my journey, or Chukwuma. What you go? About you have Kayan and calling. Take his man. Onya Jigwam, a Maris in Onya Jigwagia. Yona Walogia Buka, a lame he places Onya, not the value he placed there before. Zelu Wifa on a melon man. Jesus no yes in Madame Pota, Nemegini, Nemelia. And then this is spiritual. And if you're spiritual, there is a level of wealth you cannot access. Get the second thing. A spiritual man named a priest. Chineke send dialogue a priest. Honor him. You were guessing Eli had your born again. Man Eli stamp to Hannah's prayer. Yeah, priest again. I go every Sunday. Can go see kitchen can keep it. Imaho ifo na alo. Why you jabu me a day we watch result. Many people honor that man in the altar. It's not easy to live in the altar. But it is. All right, get the thought in Ungwali. A spiritual man named altar. Prayer altar. He activates here. Ye jabogi ababone che patego. Oh ba ko ya be no chana prayer altar pata e na download messages anyhow. Ina afia anya piam e de golie. Ina nka mba hapia. Ndi mmada na abia apo afia. Maka onya asina altar pata or the led by the Spirit, or activated, go something in the spirit. Can go for Kaisha Katakamon and then Najep. Ekum na obinna na Sunday. Apa meeting Vena be Belendena. Obinna na Sunday. Apostle and one. Apo. He had be Belendena for the first time. Okay. Next week. The last thing I'm going to for today about a spiritual man, a spiritual man natural. A spiritual man makes sacrifices. When he will saw when a priest ne wokunisigi ina honor ya honor abokwa si meto good morning daddy mbo for the show something je honor your bless ya in honor a church seed jefia on ya bo honor then he went altar every day at least 1 hour na your altar. You can make it 2, you can make it 3 depending on your strength and your time schedule. When all the being are born incense regularly. When I choose yacha. No. Chineka sigi nyem Isaac inye. No. Chineka sigi menka ime. No. Chineka sigi menka ime. No. Onya mejo Chineka sigi kwagalia imana aja ka. Especially in the area mejo kwelike. If you don't know then there. Nya ye mejo nya ye kwelike nya ya kola kona kwugala. Nya mejo nya kwelike nya kola kopo Chineke asikwa megini gbalia nnukwu aja. A spiritual man na ha aja. In fact, the voice of your altar ya deka the voice of your sacrifice. What gives every altar voice but sacrifice? What oyabuna enwe voice ya choka altar gimwe onaga oko. Mwe voice ya cho onaga ewu. Mwe voice ya cho onaga depending. Sacrifice can determine your voice. Practice these things in work. Okay, for this 1 week, I share next Monday. I do Monday practice 4 things. Number 1, bona iye megini. Iye wenso. So ijeketa date wo ife ya na so. Onge mo onwegi. Anama akotoka mmadụ. From today maybe they saw ekoto mmadụ. Anama hapu nwoke ọzọ abụọ di m. Ọ na-emetụ m aka. From today maybe they saw ya. Onye ọbụla abụọ di m will not touch me. I will not touch any woman that is not my wife. Maybe they saw ya. From today, maybe they saw equasi. Maybe they saw imenka. Okwa dibia na-eje. Some of us club in Ogasania, Jenene club my club and they are so. It will leave ya so. Where's the so? So practice here this week. Second one, I practice beginning. A priest. Honor your priest. Honor your priest. Obo honor na kama nazu. Any man in honor, you don't say evil about that person behind you. The third one, here Megan. Here we praying altar. Practice here this week. The fourth one, here na chuaja. Practice here this week. A practice here this week. Next Monday, I am on the practice here. Then after 1 month, I demand your testimony.